Hello, I'm Emmanuel Bach. I'm back with the 2-minute masterclass, and today it's Brahms Sonata No. 1 in G major, Op.78, third movement. This particular movement has a certain quality, a certain je ne sais quoi to the main theme, which I think lies in a wistfulness or a kind of nostalgia. This movement really has a number of layers to it. The most obvious and first layer that we see is the reference to the first movement with this upbeat figure at the beginning of the third movement. Yet there's also a kind of historical and perhaps autobiographical layer which lies in Brahms's allusion to a song of his, the Regenlied, and that particular song also takes its name from the kind of pattering piano accompaniment, which is also why this particular sonata is sometimes known as the Regen Sonata, the Rain Sonata. There's another layer which lies in the reference to the second movement of this sonata, in particular with this quotation here. And there's also a layer of internal reference in the third movement itself. This figure returns, as we see no doubt on looking at the score, to close the third movement, and it's in a very different guise here. It's turned into something with an entirely different meaning. So this movement is really rich in meaning and in illusion, and it's useful to understand that analytically. But most important, we need to be able to communicate it emotionally. And in the first instance, that lies in nuance. We need to find nuance and phrasing in this main theme from the very first time we play it. So going with the ascending and descending shapes of the melody. And really feeling where the melody goes and how it winds along. The upbeat gives a certain character, but then the winding quality of the melody gives this more meandering sense, which somewhat conflicts with the upbeat, as though we're remembering something imperfectly. Then we have a slightly different theme here. And those two up bows with the slur markings can be articulated according to personal preference, but I think they're there for a reason. It gives a certain subtle kind of alertness, of a sense of something going on, an undercurrent, and that's in keeping with the pattering rain accompaniment, as though there's something shimmering away underneath that's not quite clear or not quite certain. There's another aspect which is very interesting, which is this material here. And this kind of pattering sounds almost like the pattering of steps, or perhaps a subtle reference to horses who's going plop, plop, plop. Again, it's like a kind of memory of something else, at least to my ears. Of course, we need to try and find different meaning, and the main theme and other material as well is repeated. So we need to try and find the inner meanings, and a very important place where we need to do that is with this very different change in harmony and tonality and character here. And there the hairpin in dynamics is very important. It creates this sense of warmth, of an opening up of the inner soul, and that's very important in this movement. It takes us into a very, very different realm and takes us into the realm of E-flat major harmony, which has heroic associations, really. And there's one particular moment which must sound very triumphant. Certainly, it's the first real triumphant moment in this movement, and that's here. And of course, it doesn't stop there, and that's what's so exciting and important about that moment. Now, the opening is marked dolce, and also this figure is marked dolce. But for the closing section, we have to try to find a very special character and special sound, and it's marked dolcissimo here. And I think part of that really lies in the vibrato. We need to try and find a kind of fluttering, trembling sort of vibrato that really speaks to people's hearts and speaks to our hearts. Because if we can speak to our own heart, we're starting to speak to the heart of the listener. And it, once again, is to do with finding different meaning, bringing out the inner meaning of the music, and making that meaning heard for an audience. That's all for today.